What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Elite Dangerous. When we left off in the last episode, we had worked our way up pretty good. We're up to 67% on our Petty Officer rank, so we're getting pretty close to another rank up. Now, I checked the mission board before starting this episode, and unfortunately all this is like cargo-related missions, so there's nothing I can really undertake here, so we might have to make a run. This one was funny. There's just nothing. There's no missions available at all. So we're gonna have to make a run over to the coal system and see. Well, I might be able to go to Cabrera's claim. I haven't gone there in a minute, and see if they have anything. We'll try that first before we do anything else. Alrighty. Now, where is my target point? There you are. Alrighty. Let's get this show on the road. If we can get rid of our mass. Come on. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So, sorry for the little silence there. I was checking a couple things on my tablet. A couple of notes that I wrote down. So, one thing that some of you that watch multiple of my series might know is I'm trying to do a little bit better at actually doing proper acknowledgement of comments, because I haven't really had the time to sit down and like write out replies and stuff to everybody. I've taken more of a read all the comments and then acknowledge them in your video type of approach. And that's okay. The only thing that I've run into is I haven't been doing as much about acknowledging individual people. And so it kind of turns into I got a comment, or it was said, or people were telling me this. And it's a bit more of a generic kind of term and not really acknowledging kind of the actual people that are interacting with me and kind of like chipping in, if you will, or contributing is probably the better term. So I mentioned it in my Space Engineers series, but I do have quite a few people that watch specific series and that's it kind of thing on my channel, which is fine. No problems there. I was actually looking for, I was looking at this, like, where's the transition point kind of thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm already locked onto the station, that's right. So, one of the things that got brought up, let me make sure I'm properly aligned here, because I do think that was one of the issues I was having in the last episode when I kept getting pulled down too quick, was my angle was too steep. But yeah, so, and first of all, let me point this out. Just because I'm doing more shoutouts and trying to kind of, like, make sure I acknowledge people does not mean that my pronunciation of people's usernames will get any better overnight. I mean, anybody who's watched my inspiration series for Space Engineers knows I don't do all that wonderful when it comes to predicting how something's supposed to be pronounced. Usually it's not terrible off the mark, like it's not too crazy, but it's not uncommon for me to, you know, not say something in any way, shape, or form accurate. So please don't take offense if I get your name wrong or say it wrong. So one of the first ones I got was from Philip Hofer? I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to say that. That actually explained a little bit to me about the SRV scanner that I didn't know, and it actually is pretty useful. And for those of you that may not be aware, that little bar on the SRV when you land and you get, maybe we'll even encounter it this episode if we get any planetary missions or anything, but when it does its little scan, I always thought you were looking for, like, density or something like that, or tonal changes and things like that, but one of the things that I didn't know, which was explained to me was that the scanner, when there's a reading that's closer to the top, it's usually man-made, like a base or a city or something. And if it's closer to the bottom, it's usually mineral deposits, materials, stuff like that. And I didn't know that you could go off of it graphically like that. I thought it was just a density thing. In that, like, if you had small little blips, it wasn't a big deal, but then if it had like it took up the whole scanner, then it was like, okay, now I found something. So I was actually reading the scanner wrong, so that's an appreciated little nugget of information. Also, they also commented and said, well, in the same comment, but also said, you know, that that I wasn't too far off the mark with some people really do watch it just because of my commentating and not necessarily because we're doing all the bounty hunting and all that stuff, and I was really appreciative of that. That was cool. The other one was, it'll probably take me a little bit to piece the information together, but it was from Ryoko Balta, I think, that was asking what my actual control scheme is. There's a lot of controls that I changed that I don't really use all that much. And so I may forget about those, because I don't want to just sit here for half an episode and look at all the different options type of thing. But the quickest rundown I will probably do after we leave here. I was kind of letting myself coast in and land, but I'm not really in a position to explain and show off the control scheme. Some of them are simple, like the right analog stick, the R3 button. I use a DualShock 3. Mainly just because I haven't figured out how to properly hook up a 4 to my computer. And I already had the 3 synced up through a Bluetooth thing and stuff, so it was just easier. Really? Nobody has missions. Nobody. Okay. Well, that was unexpected. That was really unexpected. I really thought they would at least have something. Okay, well, guess we don't have to stick around here. So yeah, I use a DualShock 3, and I use, I'm not a huge fan, because it not of the controller, but the way I have it hooked up, because it's a little bit, jury-rigged kind of thing, or at least I feel it is. It's not really probably the best way to do it. But for one, I have X and up as my frame shift toggle. Now I have it set to be a toggle. I don't have on my controller a specific Super Cruise and Hyperdrive type thing. I just have the toggle one where it figures out what it needs to do based on your target. Which sometimes is a problem, and most of the time it's okay. My right analog stick, the R3, is what toggles the head look, so that I can look at the different menus and things like that, and then it snaps you back when you undo it. Full disclosure, I'm not really sure what the L3 one did. I kind of don't remember. I think it had something to do with targeting or something. I'm not sure. On the actual analog stick, though, we have the pitch and the roll on my right, and the throttle is on my left analog stick, forward and backward, and the lateral thrust to strafe left and right is on the left analog stick as well. Let's see. My yaw back and forth at the moment is my L2, R2 buttons. That's a little bit of a hit or miss. Sometimes that's fine, and sometimes it's been a little bit of an issue that I'm not a big fan of, but I haven't found a better solution. Square kills my throttle, like it'll drop me back to 0. The D-pad is exclusively power pips. Left is system, right is weapons, up is engineering, and down resets it to a balance. L1, R1 are the fire groups 1 and 2. I can't check it. But like typically, let's see here. What do I have set up for my fire group? So in the first group, the R1 would fire my beam lasers, and the L1 would fire the kill warrant scanner and the data link scanner. And so anytime that it's a group 1 and group 2 type of thing, that's R1, L1. I don't know if I had to manually set it up or not. I don't really remember. I've had the control scheme set this way for a while. But I don't think I had to adjust the menu. Like, once you highlight a menu, it's like the D-pad goes up and down, X accepts things, stuff like that. I don't know if I had to manually set that up or not. Triangle and X are my vertical thrusts by default, with if you're not holding the button or you're not looking at a menu to do any other kind of keys. Let's see. Select is my... Oh, crap. I was thinking of controls, didn't even notice my speed. Select is deploy hardpoints, I think. And start is like the escape, pause menu kind of thing. What else? What else? Oh, square, holding square, which kills my throttle, and then hitting down on the D-pad is a combo key for my landing gears. Circle is my boost button. I think that's about it. There may be a couple more combinations that I'm not... Oh, yeah, there are. They're like, I think X and left and right is like cycle through fire groups. And triangle and forward is like toggle your target that's in front of you, stuff like that. More than those, though, I wouldn't remember offhand, because that's basically what I use. I think that there's another combo of like circle and down is my heat sink, or my chaff, or is that heat sink? I don't remember. Left, right, and down combined with circle are my basically countermeasures. It's like one of them is chaff, one of them is heat sink, and the other is... what is the other one? Oh, shield cells. I don't have any shield cells at the moment, I don't think. But when I did have them, that's what the buttons did. So yeah, that's pretty much, I think, my scan. I think there's a couple other ones, like triangle and down being target the closest hostile or something like that, but a lot of those, anything else I don't really use all that much. That's pretty much the controls that I use all the time, or frequently mess with, and use them a lot. I really don't remember what L3... Oh, L3 is cycle targets. That's what it is. So X and left and right is cycle my fire groups. Triangle up is target what's in front of me. Triangle down, I think, is target closest hostile. And then L3 is like cycle through targets. I think, if my memory serves. So, but like I said, a lot of those, I've just used them for so long that I just kind of am used to them. But if there's other controls that I don't use very frequently, then I probably might have not remembered it. And if it really became like a thing where people really were wanting a more thorough look at it and including SRV controls and all that kind of stuff, I would have to take the time to actually just do up like a diagram kind of thing. But quite honestly, I was just kind of answering the comment. I wasn't really thinking that would be a big issue kind of thing or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully these guys have some missions. Otherwise, we might have to do some bounty hunting or something, because I've never seen them just not have missions like this. It's really weird. It's very, very strange for them to just not have missions at all. Like, the one, at least from the starting one, Gorbatko, at least made sense, because there was no missions I could take, but there was a ton of missions. But to go to a space station, especially on a planet, and, like, none of them had any mission, like, none of the mission givers had any, was weird. I've never seen that before. That was very, very odd. But so yeah, that's kind of what I want to try and do a bit more of when answering comments and things. Obviously, I'm taking a little bit more time to answer them in Elite because the actions during the game aren't really all that interesting at the moment. We're kind of doing mission grinding to get to our rank upgrade. Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay, I feel like something's wrong at this point. Like, I'm almost wondering if there's something wrong with the servers. I mean, I know I'm in solo mode and stuff, but seriously, there's no missions in 2 stations in 2 different systems. What is that? I don't see... Alright, so I don't see a I did refuel, right? I hope I did. I don't see a resource extraction site here, so I think we're going to jump back to Gorbatko and maybe just do some bounty hunting, because I've never run into that before. Like, I seriously am wondering if it's a glitch. I'm seriously wondering if they're having an issue or something. I mean, I don't think they are, when you consider that the first one had missions, I just couldn't take them, but the 2 other stations that I go to don't have any at all? None? I mean, I could have at least seen you're not available to do any of them, or you don't meet the requirement, but none at all? That seems a bit suspicious to me. So yeah, I may have to we may have to just go back to Gorbatko, that area, and go that route, because, that's weird. That's really weird. Like, if I was more up on the forums and knew where more places go, I would actually be checking those and being like, is anyone else not getting any missions? Because, it's just funky. Speaking of not getting anything, though, one other thing that I realized moments, and I'm talking like minutes before I started recording this episode, apparently I did not put out a Starbound episode last week, which is really weird considering that I recorded it, I edited it, I wrote up the description for it, I rendered it, I made thumbnails, but it's not there. Like, I looked all over. I looked in the playlist, and I could have sworn, like, if you had asked me, I could have sworn that I remembered uploading it and stuff. And it's not like, well, you scheduled it or something because you rendered it too early and then it didn't go up at the right time. No, because that still shows up, for those of you that may not know and have never uploaded a video to YouTube, that still shows up in your YouTube panel, in your creator panel, which, by the way, they changed, and I'm not a fan at all of the new layout thing. They changed a bunch of stuff about YouTube's interface. Not a fan. For one, I don't like the home panel for content creators. It basically allows you from the home page to edit your layout type of thing. It's Gorbatko that the resource sites are really close to, I think. So let's head that way. But yeah, according to kind of just reading the panel, when you first log into your YouTube page, your like admin page, basically, and now there's this thing where you can go to the Creator Studio, which is like your old school panel, like the way it used to look when you would log in, or there's an edit layout button, there's things on the side, blah, blah, blah. But that's not why I don't like it. And it's a little thing, but it bugs me. The thing that I don't like is it's almost like showing you what your page would look like to subscribers or unsubscribers, depending on how you had it set up. And then you have the option to go to your Creator Studio or edit the layout. But what bugs me about that is, by default, when you pull the page up, it starts playing, like if it's set for non-subscribers, or I think even subscribers, if it's set for however you want to be, whatever that what to watch next or your like trailer videos, it auto plays when you open it up. Now, what's bad about that is every time I open my YouTube page, if that keeps happening, it starts giving me false views, because it'll count as a view, at least momentarily, even if it's not like a full legitimate view or whatever. If you don't like it, it still kind of counts towards your view count. And I don't like the false information that gives you. It's like, oh, there's a lot more views on this one video. No, it's because I opened my page a bunch that week. You know, that kind of thing. I'm also not the biggest fan of the consuming side, like if you're just viewing it, because I also have my own like personal account that I use just for watching random YouTube videos and stuff. I try not to use my Sleepless Nights account for that, so that, again, I don't end up kind of getting the two things mixed. You know, it's like one's for uploading and one's for watching kind of thing. And even from a viewing standpoint, I'm not the biggest fan of the newer layout. There's just a couple things that it was harder for me to find where this thing was, kind of thing. Whatever aspect I was looking for. It was a little tougher to navigate and stuff like that. I just am not a big fan of how they changed the new setup. I don't know what else they did. I didn't read any change logs on the updates or anything like that to their changes they made. I just kind of kept my eyes open and was looking, and I almost flew into Gorbatko without actually realizing I was supposed to be going towards the resource site, so that was kind of funny. But yeah, so overall not the biggest fan, but I really didn't like the update of the content creator side of it's supposed to be more helpful, but in the way it's more cumbersome. And so I had to go in and change my homepage to be a different URL that was the actual old page and kind of bypass the new one where if you just go to your user page, it starts you here and then you have to click on Creator Studio. I wanted that as just like the homepage, and it was when you went to just that user and that was what you were logged in as. But the way they have it set up, there's like an extra page you have to go through to get there, so I had to change up my homepage and stuff to be back where I wanted it, kind of thing. So, you know, I mean, I know that they always try and keep things fresh. I mean, I do that with my channel and stuff too. You change the art every now and again and try and do some different stuff. I'm not a big fan of the new changes that I'm noticing. I don't know what they've done under the hood or anything that I may not have encountered firsthand. But what I have encountered, it didn't really do anything special to me that makes the stuff that doesn't work worthwhile, kind of thing. I mean, let me know what you guys think about that kind of stuff, because you guys are obviously on YouTube viewing videos if you're watching this and stuff, so there may be aspects to it or features or things that I'm not aware of or something and stuff, or might be agreeing and been like, no, I'm not a big fan either. So let me know what you guys think about that. Because if there's something new or something like that that can be useful, I'd like to know. Or if it affects how people are viewing videos and stuff, that can, you know, that can affect things. But yeah, so again, for those of you that may not know, ooh, we got Python gunship, nice. Ooh, maybe I should go after the gunship. Let's see if the pythons have anything first. They're usually a higher price tag. Unless they're miners, which this kind of looks like that he might be. Dr. Sneaky Peek. Wow. There's so many different ways to interpret that, and all of them are funny. Dr. Sneaky Peek. That's another... That should go in the name Hall of Fame, I think. What was it? We found Etho, and there was something like, I don't remember what the other one was. It was like Shorty McShorts or something, which was really funny. I forget what some of them were. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where'd the gunship go? There he is. Don't take my gunship away. They're going after the scout or the diamondback for some, or keel, no, not keelback. Diamondback? I don't know. Oh, he's a wing though. Ugh. Might need some assistance. Oh, they look like they're like beelining.
Frameshift charge detected.
Yeah, they're bailing. Man, I'm not close enough to get to them either. Dagnabbit. I think we lost them. Let's try the courier then, I guess. So yeah, I looked though, and there was no video on my panel that said, like, you know, you had scheduled it and it just didn't get uploaded or anything like that. There was just no Starbound video. And like I said, it would have been one thing if it was like, hey, I recorded it, I forgot to upload it, or I didn't edit it, it didn't render, there was a something. But I went through all the steps. Like, I edited it, wait, where did he go? Who's he shooting at? I'm very confused. He's wanted, but there's multiple people shooting at this one guy. Are they all... Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out what's happening here. He's not wanted. Oh, there's an eagle who is probably wanted. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, speaking of control schemes, I gotta remember mine. I haven't done bounty hunting in a minute. I'm not going to work on the sub-targeting right now. I'm just going to light him up. Alrighty. I still can't believe that I really didn't know about if you put everything into shields or systems, it hardens your shields. I really did not know that. I feel like I should have as long as I played this, though. Okay, so, yeah, L3 just cycles targets. Yeah, triangle and down targets the most hostile at the moment, or whatever. He's getting ganged up on by the system authority guys. I don't have time to scan him. Actually, I'm not even going to get to him, I don't think. Come on, get in range. Give it to me. Nah, didn't give it to me. Oh well. Okay, Federal Security, Diamondback Explorer. Well, we had some good ones in here. I would probably just need to make my way back towards the glump of ships over here. But yeah, so I don't know what happened, because I was like, I remember making the thumbnail, I remember making the description for it, I edited it, I rendered it. I don't know what happened. I really don't. Like, I only noticed it now at the start of the next week kind of thing, when I was getting ready to record this and the next Starbound. And I only then realized that there was no other, because usually what I'll do, I don't know that I've ever really explained this before in the past, but usually what I'll do is I don't really look at stuff until the next episode that I'm going to record. And before I start to record the next episode, I usually go through the comments on the last video and like make a list of them, and that's how I acknowledge or talk about what people said in the comments. And so I went to pull up my last video. Oh, I gotta hit him. I gotta get in on this, or he's gonna... Nope, it still didn't give it to me. Dang it. Dang nabbit. What are those green pulses, by the way? Is that, not system security. Is that, countermeasures? Is that like the missile countermeasures? Where it's, I forget what it is. It's basically intercepting rockets and stuff. I forget what they call it, though. Missile defense. I hope he was wanted. Ah, it's not giving them to me, dagnabbit. They're killing them too quick. I can't get on them. Alright. Dagnabbit! Give me a wanted. Not gonna make any money here if they keep taking them out for me. I mean, I always tell them to take them out for me, but they're doing my job too well. Whew. Okay, at least we got a little bit off of that. So I do think we're actually in a pretty decent spawn. I just gotta wait for some more ships to get in here. That's probably all that's really happening. Looks like he's their next target. Oh, there's some gunfire going on over there too. He is wanted. But what's going on over here? Unless he was firing at him and just too far out of range. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Alright. Let me see if I can get a scan in here before they take him out. It's gonna be close. Woo. Oh! I thought for a minute it wasn't gonna give it to me. I was like, wait a minute! Okay. So is he mining? Yeah. Let's see. Federal... Oh, there's a gunship. Oh, he's probably part of an escort. Yeah, he's escorting. Oh no, he's mining! What the heck? You have gunship in your name. What are you doing as a miner? Will forever elude me as to how that makes sense. Okay, so we have ships in here, but none of them are really active. Oh, here we go. They got something going on. What are you, a Cobra?
Target shields offline.
Actually, they got a few ships going on over here. Adder. You wanted? You are wanted. We'll go after the Adder. Or the Scout. No, we'll take the Adder. I think the Scout's his target. Woo! That was a nice one. Alrighty. Not after your cargo, I'm after your bounty. Oh, I still have everything in engines. I was like, why are all my guns not working? Drop ship, that's nice. What is this, guys? Cherish Cheerful. Okay, yet another really funny name. Cherish Cheerful. Who's wanted? Makes sense. Let's light you up. Okay. Almost got his shields all the way down.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Gotcha. Hey, what the? How is he not dead? Thank you. I was like, wait, is he part of a wing? What's going on? I started getting shot out of nowhere. That was weird. Okay, there's a courier. He probably will fetch a price. Are you wanted? You are. Cool. Yeah, so anyways, I really don't know what happened with that, with the missing episode. But, hopefully, I'll remember to actually upload it this time. The strange part to that is, like I said, I really feel like I did, and I don't know where it went, kind of thing. Like, I feel like I uploaded it, and it just, but there was no notification of, like, you know, we took this down or anything. There would be no reason to either. But, you know, it's like there was none of that. There was none of, oh, ow. Whatever that was. Looked like a missile. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Oh, right. Yeah, see, that happens to me every once in a while when I have a control key that's supposed to, when I have a control key that's set up to, like that, like X is my vertical thrust, but if you do X and forward, it's also my frame shift, and so then it's like, it thinks I'm trying to do that instead. It's like, can't do that. Ooh, almost hit that rock. I forget what my chaff one is. I do have that, though. I probably should be using it. Ow. Oh, come on, you're dead. You just don't know it yet. Blow up. Blow up. Blow up. Explode. Explode! Good grief.
Target destroyed.
That was not worth 30 grand. Do we have anything else here? We've got some weird spawns going on. Thought that was the planet in the background, not an asteroid. It'd be cool if they did some kind of race thing where you had to race all the way around from, like, this point and go all the way around the asteroid belt or something like that. And come back to that point and see how fast you could do it without, like, wrecking or something. That would be kind of a cool idea, I think. I don't know how they would do it, though. Do we have anything else to go after? I don't really think we do. We're actually a bit out of time on this episode. I don't want to make it too much longer. This was a bit of a strange episode, admittedly, but it was mainly because there was no missions to do. I was, like, trying to find the missions, and there really weren't any to do, which was just weird. We do have a wing here, but there's no system guys around here to back us up. Oh, wow, what's going on here? Oh, there's one. Okay, so all three of these guys are wanted. I was going to say, I'm guessing this is their target. And then that's going to draw in the system guys. Okay. Wait. I thought you were one of the... Okay. Never mind. I thought he was one of the wings. Alrighty. Get around on him. There we go. Dude, this system authority guy needs to get out of my way. I'm gonna melt him. That was a good time. Woohoo! Okay, by now, the other one should be attacking. Yeah, they're there. It was like the other one should be attacking somebody. I'm not even going to bother scanning them. I already did like a decent scan. I'll scan the other one if he's still around, the scout one, I think it was. I do like that with the beam laser, you can kind of just let it fire, even when they have their chaff going or something, and it kind of just strafes around. Oh, wow. He blew up quick. Alright, who is where? Okay. Oh, he's gone. He's a goner. I wanted to get a little hit on him so that I could get the bounty. Wait. Nope, that's... Oh, it's a Sidewinder? Oh, this isn't even worth going after. But, I'm bored. So, you know. Yeah, it's cute. 6 grand. Okay, so I do think we're going to wrap things up here for this episode. We may do some more bounty hunting in the next one, I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear. But I think we're going to wrap things up here. I hope you all enjoyed. Sorry for it being kind of a weird, random, and unfocused episode. It really just was... I got thrown off by not having any missions to do. That really threw me for a loop. But in the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.